Vamos continuar, né? A perguntando as pessoas. A gente tem que chegar onde? Temos que chegar aqui. Ali já é minha missão, né? Mas ele falou que perguntar às pessoas, eu tenho um desconhecido lá embaixo.
It's locked, all right.
Vamos perguntar às pessoas primeiro, antes de continuar aqui. Deixa eu ver se tem gente pra lá, acho que não vai ter não. Tem a Carol. Tá lá embaixo, né? Tem mais alguém aqui por perto? Tem dois desconhecidos ali em cima. Ah não. Opa, dá pra ver o que eles estão conversando, hein? E onde eu tenho que olhar? Tem que espiar esses dois caras aqui. Tem um desconhecido ali, ó. Vamos seguir os dois aqui. Vamos ter que seguir, né? Depois ele interroga o guerreiro ali, o bar. É aqui que tem que ficar. Tô no lugar certo. Vai, conversem, conversem.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Tá, aqui descobriu coisa sobre o Berk, ele é o Berk. Não tô falando dele. Tem uns ratos aqui, vamos pegar. Tem que falar com ele. A gente não conhece ainda. É o próximo, é o irmão dele, né? Porque esse cara tem que fugir. Vem aqui, vai dialogar, vai dialogar. Vai dialogar, guerreiro. Boa.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reid. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
Tá. Você conhece o Dawson? Vamos perguntar logo
What
sobre
can
ele.
you tell me about Aloysuis Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many
Ele já
years.
perguntou pro irmão já. Perguntas pessoais. O que está fazendo aqui?
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
Me conte-me sobre a vizinhança.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
Pergunta é essa.
What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to answer exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
Por que ainda não partiu?
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
Conte-me sobre seu irmão.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Descobrimos sobre coisas sobre ele. Perguntas pessoais. Quem vocês estão esperando?
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
Que tipo de
I'm
armadilha?
afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Sair de Londres vai libertar vocês?
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Tá. O que te assusta de verdade?
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
Há quanto tempo você está esperando?
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
Tenta ao máximo entender as coisas.
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules.
Não entendo quem são vocês.
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
A gente achou coisa sobre o outro, hein? Tá saudável, a gente pode matar esse cara aqui. Pra onde pretendem ir, né? Pretende ir.
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left. And I just can't accept such a conclusion.
A gente descobriu tudo sobre ele.
Goodbye.
A gente pode matar ele, né? Cadê o irmão dele? Tem um cara lá embaixo. Vou chegar nesse cara lá embaixo, acho que a gente tem que passar um deles, né? Cadê o irmão dele? Tá ali. A gente descobriu coisa. A gente tem que achar mais pessoas, velho. Deixa eu falar com ele.
Good evening.
Perguntas aqui. Olha, seu sentimento é estranho quanto à cidade.
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic or a war.
Men kill each other while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Os dois são assustadores. A ira da natureza, a loucura dos homens. Né?
Plagues and epidemics can be seen as an implacable force, a curse even. But the ferocity of mankind worries me more, for we choose what we do.
Yes. At least nature is not aware of all the suffering she brings to us. At least that's what I am hoping.
Tá. Há quanto tempo você está esperando?
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Você é um homem esquisito, seu Barker.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
Então por que ainda está esperando?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Sei. O que pretende fazer agora?
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
A gente descobriu tudo sobre ela. Ah, sobre sua discussão com seu irmão, né?
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
Vocês dois não sabem por que estão aqui?
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
Conte-me mais sobre seu irmão.
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Tá, vamos embora.
Good evening, Mr.
Oh,
Goodbye,
falei com ele.
Mr. Baker.
Tá. Eu quero achar mais gente, velho. Pergunte dos habitantes. Eu achei um outro gato pingado aqui, velho. Vamos dar uma volta aqui. Será que aqui eu já vou com a missão, velho? Vou, né? Deixa eu ver se eu acho mais gente aqui. A missão é aqui em cima, velho. Opa, o que é isso aqui? Olha, tem um cara ali. Olha, tem alguma passagem aqui, tá vendo? É, que pode dar algum lugar? Aqui abre alguma porta, velho. Vamos perguntar aquele doutor ali. Doutor, tô entrando, hein?
It's
Vou
locked,
ter que
all
matar
right.
ele pra pegar. É, o crime do conhecimento perdido. Vampiros são perigosos, mortíferos, acusadamente, né, violentos. Tudo isso é um fato inaguável, né? Inegável. Porém, precisamos analisar esses fatos para entender exatamente o que eles são, ou quem são. Só assim conseguiremos atingir uma compreensão mútua, né? Tá. Lembra-se de entrevista feita por um de nós em Titus Flavius. Josephus, não sei se fala, nomeado que finalmente encontrou a criatura na Espanha. Você se lembra de como as curiosidades da palavra? E por fim se afirmou que aguarda a organização criminosa destrutiva, pois cada um de suas metodologias caçadas para assassinar os vampiros nos filmes da Inglaterra. Ao invés de contratá-los com respeito e cuidado. Tá, ele gosta de ele quer conhecer, né? É um cientista, talvez. Se quiserem ler aí, dá uma pausada aí, velho. Só enrolei muito, não vou falar com esse cara aí.
Jonathan Reid. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the
fala
leader
Usher.
of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you are a new Ekon who relishes his blood diet.
Tá, o novo cara, ele tá bem? Tá saudável. Sua vida em Londres. Conte-me sobre a vizinhança. Mesma pergunta de sempre, né?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me. You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
As cartas lhe contaram sobre a Mary?
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Sendo assim, lê a minha sorte.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
O que faz por aqui?
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Alguns aqui dizem que você é um vampiro.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed.
Ih, a gente tem que ir atrás disso aí, hein? Há quanto tempo você é um Pismais, né? Pismais.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was
Primus.
15 years
15
last
anos.
year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time. Sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new
Pô,
concepts.
a gente vai ter que ir lá no... Poderia ler as cartas para mim?
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Eu não sei quanto dinheiro eu tenho. Também quem sabe a outra hora,
Perhaps
né?
later.
Tô sem dinheiro. Perguntas pessoais. Sabe sobre as vidas que tirei?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
Prefiro não saber. Certo, desembuche.
All right. Let me hear it.
Your heart will bleed back all the blood you drank, but it will not put out the fire your treachery has lit.
Prefiro não saber.
I would rather not know.
Ué,
How
Well-
is
por que sumiu agora?
How did you learn about
Você descobriu sobre a
Mary?
Mary, né?
And spare me the hocus pocus parlor tricks. The truth now.
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Pelo menos eu estivesse convencido. Ela não merecia esse destino. Ela não era mais a irmã que eu conhecia.
She could have survived as a vampire. If only she had given me a chance to explain. If only I could have found the words.
Not all vampires accept their new condition. Since suicide is impossible, you have to find a way to get someone else to relieve the pain.
I could have saved her.
No, Jonathan.
Sobre a Irmandade.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
Sobre o Prime.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood.
Prime. Ele fala Prime.
What
A guarda, né?
caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Quem fundou a Irmandade?
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Tá, né? Vamos perguntar sobre o Dawson.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysuis Dawson?
Aloysuis Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Nenhuma coisa sobre ele. Você tá doente? Tá saudável.
Goodbye, sir.
I read gods never lie, but
Aí,
they
agora a
are
gente pode ir
easy
até
to
ele, né?
read.
Vai até a mansão, a gente descobriu tudo que tem que descobrir. E essas portas aqui, velho? Será que isso aqui abre? Eu acho que abre uma porta ali. Tem que abrir, pô, não faz nem sentido. Tá, foda-se. Se eu seguir... Ué, eu tenho que falar com o carinha aqui. Vou até a mansão. A mansão dele é essa aqui, não é? Esse aqui sai do outro lado. Aqui dentro não tem nada. Por que a mansão dele não tá mais explotada aqui, velho? Onde é a mansão dele? Ué,
It's locked.
é isso aqui? Não, é que igreja, pô. Ah, estamos num dilema que não sei onde tá a mansão dele. Tá nem marcada? Vou marcar isso aqui. Será que bugou? Onde é a mansão dele? Deve ter bugado. Cadê a mansão do coroa? Tá bola trancada, né? Destranquei. Sinceramente eu não sei onde é a mansão dele. E vamos no dilema de a procura, né? Pô, quando achar a mansão dele eu volto, hein? Não sei onde é, velho. Vamos nos próximos. É, eu acho